We'll go ahead and get started now, as you can make your way in and have a seat. For those of you that don't hear the microphone, it's my understanding that this microphone is for the benefit of all those that will be watching this on Facebook Live. So if you come speak tonight, make sure that you use the microphone so it can go out into the virtual world. First of all, I'd like to say welcome to our auditorium here in our FAME building at Gadsden State. I'm Alan Smith. I'm the Dean of Workforce Development here at Gadsden State. I'm very excited about having this opportunity to speak with you tonight about our FAME chapter. I will tell you that the excitement that we have here now is in much part because you students are here both with us tonight in the auditorium, and also I know that we have some that are tuning in virtually, but I'm also excited because for the first time we are unveiling or showing off some of our brand new equipment that we have purchased for the program, and I'm very excited about that opportunity tonight. Many of you are going to find out, or you're going to find out tonight from many people about what FAME is and about what FAME means. But for those of you that don't know, I'm not going to get too far into detail, but I'll tell you that FAME is a very, very awesome program where we can train you to be some of the best advanced manufacturing technicians here in the United States. And FAME is a commitment to you, the student. FAME is a commitment to our industry, and FAME is a partnership braided between East Alabama Works, 10 strong industry partners in advanced manufacturing, and Gadsden State. We have a commitment to making sure that our students succeed not only in their technical training while they're on campus here, but when they go out into the work environment and receive their on-the-job training. We're dedicated to recruiting the best students for our industry, and we're dedicated to helping those students succeed while they're in industry. East Alabama Works, Gadsden State, and these industries partner together as a hub to bring the workforce to the industry, and it's a model program. I'm going to let some others talk about the specifics about it, but I just want to say once again, thank you for being here tonight, and thank you for tuning in on Facebook Live.
Good evening. Thank y'all for coming tonight again. Like I said, we're very grateful to have some of our industry partners here tonight, some of our FAME students, our Dean of Workforce Development, and everybody hopefully that's interested to find out more about our FAME program and what we do. And like Dean Smith said, see part of our AMC here, which is our Advanced Manufacturing Center, which is dedicated just to this FAME program. My name is Andy Robertson. I'm the Coordinator of Workforce Development, and under that title, I'm also the FAME Coordinator. So I'm working closely with with our students and our instructor, and trying to reach out and work with industry so like Dean Smith said, we can kind of all bridge this gap and all work together to help prepare students, help get them to where they can work in industry and have a good, successful career. So we're going to talk to you a little bit more about FAME, and we've got a little presentation to show you. So some of the points for FAME, some of the main things to get you to understand, FAME is an earn while you learn curriculum. The whole point is you go to school 2 days a week, you work in industry 3 days a week, so you're working and earning while you're learning at the same time, which is a great benefit. Any of you that might be watching live or out here, if you've tried to have a part-time job and go to school, it's very difficult. It's hard to juggle school and work because either you can't take classes because you're working, and it always never fails, the class you need is only offered the time you need to work, or you can't get enough hours at work. The great deal with this apprenticeship type curriculum and partnership is that we have everything geared that you get all the classes you need within 2 days, and not only are you just working, the industry partners, the supervisors receive a copy of what you're learning that semester, so that whatever you're seeing in the classroom and seeing in our labs, industry partners can introduce you to it in industry as well. So I know too often the question is, well, when am I going to see this, or what am I going to do? Well, you're liable to very well learn something on Monday or Tuesday to when you come to class. The next day you go to work, You're probably going to see it in industry, and it's been used this whole time, but you didn't realize it. So it gives you a better understanding of what's going on and how we're utilizing it in industry. Also, as you can see here, while you're working, students are guaranteed to start out at $12 an hour. That's a good starting wage. Typically, a lot of the students that I've found are starting at more than $12 an hour, but that's the minimum, so you'll be guaranteed to make $12 an hour for the 24 to 30 hours a week. You're guaranteed 24 hours a week. A lot of industry will have you work more hours as needed, maybe some on the weekends as needed, so you have the potential to work more than the 24 hours a week. The other thing I want to mention to you, it's always a concern, how are you going to pay for school? What are you going to do? Because it's great to want to go to school, but you still got to make it happen. So this is kind of how you make it happen. Most of our students here at Gadsden State either qualify for some type of financial aid, which it's a Pell Grant, or we have some technical scholarships and general scholarships they qualify for, or we have a program, the WIOA, which is the Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act. All that in a nutshell, just like it says up here, is free school. Either the financial aid or WIOA will pay for your tuition, pay for your books. So then basically your school is paid for, you're working, earning money, and you're going to school. So it's a tremendous opportunity. When you leave here, you should be debt-free, and you've worked and earned and made money while you're working, and you've gained experience, which goes to one of the next things. After 2 years in this program, you graduate with an associate's degree in industrial automation. You'll have a FAME AMT credential, and the AMT stands for Advanced Manufacturing Technician, and that's a big credential to get. For example, I know like the Toyota plant that they're building, they only hire equipment service that has an AMT credential. So it's a great credential to get. You would get 5 lean manufacturing certifications, and probably one of the biggest one down here is you actually have 2 years of industry verified experience while you've been working, so that you don't fall into the old trick. Whenever you finish, you're like, well, hey, I need to go get a job. I can't get a job because I don't have experience. I can't get experience because I don't have a job. This takes care of that. You've gained 2 years of experience in the field that you're working, not just working, again, doing something else. Experience in the field you're going to school for. So that's a tremendous opportunity for you. Now also, when you're finished, then you'll move up. You won't be making $12 or $13 or $14 an hour anymore. Most equipment service at that time goes to $18 to $20 or $22 an hour to start. Then you have the potential then with overtime to start out at $60,000 a year. So you could be 20, 21 years old making $60,000+ a year. That's a tremendous opportunity for anybody out there. It's great. So let me talk to you a little bit more about FAME. Like I said, it's the stands for the Advanced Manufacturing of Education. You'll get this industrial automation technology degree. This FAME program was founded in 2010 in Kentucky by Toyota because they saw the need in their plants. They saw a lot of their equipment service aging out. They needed to come up with a way to get quality, skilled, trained people in to replace those those older people that were aging out, older workers. So they came up with this initiative and was started there. Now it's supported by the National Association of Manufacturers and the Manufacturing Institute. So they have kind of taken it over, and it's kind of fell up under there now. So they're kind of leading and spearheading it and making it, and it's just growing exponentially. So it's, as you see with that, it's located in 13 states and on 31 community college campuses across the country. State of Alabama, there are 5 chapters in the state of Alabama at schools at a community college that have the FAME chapter. So of the, I think, 28 different community colleges in the state, only 5 have a FAME chapter. So that's we are very fortunate at Gadsden State to be one of the 5 that have a chapter, and it's great, and it's a lot to do with our industry that you see and we'll hear from eventually here tonight, because they're a big part of us being able to have a FAME chapter here. And as it also says, there are nearly 400 sponsoring employers with more than 1,100 program graduates that are now working in the career field. So that's all been established since 2010. So in a matter of 10 years, that's what they have done with the FAME program and curriculum. So you need to know a little bit more. So I say you're going to get a degree in industrial automation. What is industrial automation? Industrial automation is where you'll maintain and repair equipment and other industrial machinery. So like it says, such as conveying systems, production machinery, packaging equipment. You're probably going to work on some PLCs. You're going to potentially work on robots. So industrial automation is a great combination of mechanical, electrical, and automation, all 3 kind of rolled into one. So it's really a great field that has a wide variety, especially if you're a type person that doesn't want to do the same thing every day. This is a great experience and opportunity for you too, because you never know when you come into the plant if it's going to be a great day and things run well, or if you're going to come in and things are broken down from the time you get there and you're constantly working. But odds are you're never doing the same thing and it's challenging you and you're working. And a lot of people, that's why you see a lot of people in this curriculum or in this field, they really enjoy it for that challenge. And they enjoy getting to fix and see things work when they're done. So that's a great opportunity for you. So within industrial automation, with any company, you're going to follow the safety precautions. All these jobs will be full-time with benefits. You have the opportunity for overtime just like you would at any position typically. And like it says, there are currently nearly 500,000 industrial automation professionals in the U.S., and it has a high job outlook with continued growth, because anybody that's around also knows our governor has an act by 2025. She wants 500,000 credentialed employees ready to go to work in the state of Alabama. So we're just talking in the state of Alabama, 500,000 credentialed employees. So this is a great opportunity. It's a big push from the very top of government all the way down to try to make this happen. So the industrial automation program here for us with the FAME, it's high achieving high school students in the STEM, veterans with technical backgrounds, and also current or displaced workers. This is definitely bolded for a reason. This is not your usual 2-year technical degree program. FAME, one of the things you'll hear a lot if you get in the FAME program or apply for it, is called Global Best. They only try to take the best of the best, because that's what they're trying to do, is establish a standard and not take just your average run-of-the-mill employee. They want the best of the best to try to build them up and get great outcome and great results. That's why it's a little bit more challenging to get into the program. So just like we talked about before, you're going to attend classes either on Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday, based on your schedule. This cohort that we're recruiting for now, that'll start fall 2021, will attend classes on Tuesday, Thursday, and they'll work on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So on the job, students will have a shop assignment that'll correlate with their studies like we've talked about earlier. They're going to work for a local company, either 24 to 30 hours, and guarantee the minimum of $12 an hour. So that's the other thing I want to stress. You have the potential for overtime as these companies need it, as it arises. You'll definitely have, like I said, the opportunity for overtime, and it's a great learning experience, great opportunity to make additional money. But a lot of times you'll learn a lot of things during that overtime, because maybe the machines are down or you're working on them and you're not pressed for time. You've got to get it running because you're costing the company money. You'll have a little more time at that time to work on things and kind of ask a few more questions, and it's a great opportunity when you get there. Now I'm going to turn it over to our FAME instructor, Ms. Tarina Chinfloni.
Good evening. My name is Tarina Chinfloni, and my personal safety commitment is to always use the proper tool for the job. I am the FAME Industrial Automation Instructor here at Gadsden State. I actually graduated from Gadsden State and started working as a technician for Southwire. I spent 2 years in college, and then I spent another year learning that company's safety processes, the processes for each of the machines, getting good at my job. And it took me probably another good year after that to fine-tune those skills and to be comfortable and settle into that position. So you're talking 4 years total. These students have an opportunity to come in and get both the work experience, learning their safety culture, learning their processes, settling into the position, and the 2-year education all at the same time. So instead of 4 years, we're looking at 2 years. Your curriculum, once you start, we don't just do the normal industrial automation curriculum. You'll have your normal classes that you would have for industrial automation, but we also incorporate professional behaviors and MCEs. MCEs are manufacturing core exercises. This is where you're going to do a project at work and a project at school that is industry-based, that is has to do with lean manufacturing. First semester, you'll do safety. Second semester, you'll do 5S. Third semester is lean manufacturing. Fourth semester is problem solving. And then finally, machine reliability. So we're looking at 5 semesters, and every semester you'll have your technical classes and at least one core class, with the exception of the 5th semester where it's all technical courses. So this is a picture of our 2019 cohort on signing day. And then when we went to the National Fame meeting in Calhoun, Alabama, this is our 2020 cohort. And now I'm going to show you some videos of some of the students.
My name is Blaze Adams. My sponsoring company is Resolute Forest Products of Coosa Pines, Alabama. Here in Coosa Pines, we produce fluff pulp. Fluff pulp goes in many different things. It goes into a lot of your everything you use in your daily life. Food purposes, medicine, masks, just a very broad variety of things. At Resolute, I am currently with the electricians and instrument mechanics. So I get to see a lot of electrical equipment, various ages, from old stuff to new stuff. I get to work on a lot of valves, a lot of different instrument air positioners, IDPs, just different equipment that really has a very vast variety of things that I could work on and have experience in that I really could use in daily life. The FAME program really interacts well with work and your sponsored company because your days are laid out for you on a set schedule. I got to go to school on Monday and Wednesday or Tuesday and Thursday, and I've got to be at work the rest of the days of the week. And I think that's a really flexible schedule, really, because you have 3 days to work a week and you have 2 days to go to school. Our high school counselor was very involved in getting us into the FAME program. First off, you have to start with an essay. You start out and say, well, what is FAME to you, and what does your education mean to you? And you go through an interview process where you kind of come in and you sit down at a round table with your sponsored company's HR people or just your basic managers, and you sit down and they ask you questions based off of how your work ethic is or what you would do in certain situations. And then from there you're called and you're asked to, hey, do you want to come work at this company? I mean, it kind of reminds you of just like an NFL draft or MLB draft. You go through the interview and then they call you and you have the decision then to make, hey, do you want to work at this company that they're calling you? Because you're not always promised for another call. Here at Gadsden, I've taken kind of a good variety between mechanical and electrical classes. We've taken classes such as pumps and piping or industrial mechanics, and we've taken classes such as PLC or motor controls. Your material that you're learning at school, it can be translated over to work very easily. When we do have a new schedule come out, our classes come out, they are sent to our supervisors, and they kind of make it to where you're more involved. So you do have that backup, or if you don't get something in class, or if you're kind of in the gray area, you can go to work and get your hands on it, or have somebody that's done it for a while explain to you, say, hey, this is how, just have another person explain to you what you're learning. It kind of helps you just have that well-rounded idea of the material that you're learning. I enjoy being at work, especially at Resolute, and I enjoy learning. They say you'll never stop learning. I learn something new every day, and I really enjoy that. To new people who are interested in the FAME program, I strongly encourage it, because if you've never had any experience in a trade, or if you've never had any experience in working a co-op schedule, I think it is very good for people with experience and without. I believe that anybody can come and do this. I think that if you have the work ethic and the want to, I think it's a very, very, very good option to take. The FAME program is awesome for any person. I think that it's a very, very, very good decision to make. FAME program, one of the most beneficial things is you have that experience that you wouldn't have with just getting a degree and starting work. You have that hands-on experience at work that you can put on your resume, that you have worked 2 years in the craft that you have, where whether you go to start at that company you're sponsored by, or if you go start somewhere else. I mean, you have that 2 years of experience that you can't really get anywhere else.
You get a 2-year degree and you also get 2 years experience. So most jobs are always asking for that 1 or 2, 3 years experience, which is that gives you a foot ahead of the next applicant that doesn't have any experience. So that gives you a better chance of getting hired to your dream job.
To be able to go to school and get paid at the same time, that's really important. And also learning the material and getting the experience under your belt, that's really important.
I really enjoyed the FAME program. It's given me an opportunity to learn something. It challenges me because I actually had a degree before this one in marine biology. And so this is kind of out of what I originally went into, and it's not really something that I would say I'm all that great at. So it's really something that's challenging me, and I enjoy that.
I first got my electronics engineering degree, and then I went to work. And I wasn't interested as I thought I would be, and I ended up coming back and I heard about the FAME program, and it actually fit what I was looking for because I decided to work while I was going to school, and it collided right perfectly.
And you know, you can really do the FAME program if you put your mind to it. You really gotta dig deep and go into it and study everything, and you need to pick as much up as you can as possible while you're at work, because you're going to be studying the same exact thing when you go to school those 2 days.
I think it's a great opportunity. There's not many places where you can pretty much get a guaranteed job that could lead to a even better job, get the experience and the knowledge all at the same time. You know, most of the time you go through school and you have to wait 2 to 4 years before you can even get out and start doing that, and you can already be doing that while you're going to school.
To new people who are interested in the FAME program, I strongly encourage it, because if you've never had any experience in a trade, or if you've never had any experience in working a co-op schedule, I think it is very good for people with experience and without. I believe that anybody can come and do this. I think that if you have the work ethic and the want to, I think it's a very, very, very good option to take. The FAME program is awesome for any person, and I think that it's a very, very, very good decision to make.
You that couldn't make it here in person, if at any point in time you still have questions about the program, if you want to come and tour through the lab, by all means, you can go to the contact person. You can go to the FAME Facebook page, and we can set up a time for you to come through, tour the lab. The students will be here to answer any questions that you have, and I myself would be happy to help you through the application process. And at this time, I'd like to introduce Miss Dana McCain with Honda. Thank you.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you all for taking the time to come and hear about FAME. I'm not going to take up too much of your time, but I do want to share a few words with you. The FAME program, unlike any other co-op program, to me is the better option for what you guys are trying to do. Unlike other programs, you don't have to delay your graduation date. You can work and go to school at the same time, earn that experience that you need to be successful, and also parlay that into that hands-on experience. I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. I'm Dana McCain. I'm with Honda Manufacturing of Alabama. I'm also the current president of the FAME East Alabama chapter. Again, what you guys are doing is one of those experiences that not many people get to participate in. From what I've experienced at our plant, equipment service, automotive manufacturing technology is one of those skills that you just don't get in a 4-year college. This is one of those opportunities that enables you to grow in your craft. You can take this and gain experience with POCs, for example. You have an opportunity to work overtime, as Serena mentioned before, as well as Andy. Whenever you're on the job and you're working, if you feel like you have nothing to do, the best thing to do is go out there and find something to do while you're on the plant floor. That's the best opportunity that you'll have to gain your experience. Also, working overtime is one of those things that we sometimes we don't like to do it, but at the same time, we get more experience that way. We get to do things that we're unable to do when we're working our normal hours. I think that's all I have for you guys. I'm gonna take a moment. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm gonna take a moment and introduce our industry partners, starting with Bridgewater. So Kelvin.
Thank you, Dana. So good afternoon, everyone. Again, my name is Kelvin Wright. I'm with Bridgewater Interiors. We are a Tier 1 manufacturer for Honda Manufacturing of Alabama. We produce all of the seats for Line 2, which is the product for their Honda Pilot and their Honda Passport. I just want to reiterate, and I can tell you on and on about Bridgewater, I want to reiterate for you guys that this is really and truly a win-win opportunity for both you guys as students as well as for us as industry partners. There's a huge demand out there that we as industry partners have. There's a void right now, so we're looking for qualified individuals that can step into these roles. For you guys as potential students, the win is, I think if you saw the very first slide, I go back to that one all the time. It's earn while you learn. Free school. 2 years from now, you're making around $60,000 per year, and you're debt-free in doing it. And a lot of students, even going to four-year institutions, can't come out making that type of salary as well as being debt-free. So again, it's a win-win opportunity for both the industry partners and the students. So we're definitely looking for qualified individuals who are excited about joining us. So we look forward to that. Thank you. And I'll introduce Eastman and Katie.
Oh, I have to use the microphone. So I'm new to the FAME program, and we just took our first cohort this year. But I'm Katie Jolly. I'm the Site Engineering and Maintenance Manager at Eastman, and we've been around for a long time under some different names. We became Eastman just a few years back, but we've been around since 1917. Smaller site, about 80 employees. But we do something a little different at our site. We have a true chemical manufacturing at our site where we make different heat transfer fluids and aviation fluids. So if you ever drive by our site, you're going to see distillation columns and different things. So it's a little bit different than some of the other industries here, but still the need is just as great. And just a little bit about my experience. I did go to a four-year college. I have an electrical engineering degree, and I did not come out debt-free or have the experience that you all probably are going to have. I had student loans. I did co-op during that time, but it delayed my graduation. So this is kind of a unique program that, if you're ready to start and get in the workforce, that could do that. And I would also say a lot of the maintenance craft folks are aging in this workforce, and so we need the next generation to come up and learn from those folks now while you're going to school, and they're excited to have you. So hopefully when it's signing day, again, Eastman, we'll be happy to have you guys. So I don't know who's next. Do I need to hit a button? General Dynamics.
So I know I don't look like Laura Little from General Dynamics Ordnance and Tactical Systems, but I am here on her behalf and the company's behalf. We are grateful to have the relationship between the East Alabama FAME chapter and General Dynamics Ordnance and Tactical Systems. So I brought a couple of notes up here. If you are not familiar with where General Dynamics is located at, they are located in Anniston, kind of behind or in the area where the Winn-Dixie is, off of Greenbrier Deer Road. So they're very convenient to the location here at Gadsden State Ayers campus. So they have been here since 1989. I remember the day that they actually announced and were moving here. It was a very exciting day. Have over 280 employees on that campus, and they make missile parts for the military. So it's a really cool opportunity. They have two students. I see Safana here and Bailey right there. And so the really interesting thing I made a note about was that General Dynamics, one of their founding principles is delivering the best to the best. And Andy, you talked earlier about global best. So that's a great way of fitting in FAME and General Dynamics. So next I'm going to turn it over to Scott Haywood in Honda Manufacturing of Alabama.
Thank you, Lisa. I'm sure you may know about us at Honda. Obviously, we've been here since 2000, so we're kind of a young company in the area. We make 4 vehicles, the Passport, the Pilot, the Ridgeline, and the Odyssey, and we manufacture the V6 engines for them. So we're very vertically integrated. We go from a roll of steel or aluminum to a finished car, and we go from a block of aluminum to a finished engine. So we're more than an assembly house. But what I wanted to talk to the parents about mostly that hopefully are watching online or here is how valued these students become, how quickly they become valued too in our plants. So Eric. So I'm going to pick on Eric. He's one of our students. I got a call one day from the maintenance manager in his department, and he said, can I please work Eric more hours? He said, half my team on that crew has gone out with COVID because one was sick and the others got exposed. And he said, I know Eric can take care of the zone he's in right now. Don't tell Cobb I told you that. But no, really, that is how quickly the maintenance teams become dependent upon these students. They're respected members of the team. And I am just so proud of all of these guys for being that. I could tell you a same story or similar story about every one of our FAME students. The other thing I would tell the parents is this is a very different group than sitting here 2 years ago. The maturity level, the professionalism level has grown exponentially from when we started. I think Trina will certainly tell us that too. So it's a great opportunity to get yourself exposed to very high technology careers. My Honda guys, how much time do your guys spend, the maintenance guys you work with, in their laptop versus their toolbox? 60-40? Yeah. It's not just turning wrenches anymore. It's a very high-tech field. So great earning opportunity. I honestly have to kind of remind the maintenance managers these aren't full-time employees yet. Hold up. You know, they don't get benefits. Quit getting me in trouble with legal systems for trying to give them too many hours, so you kind of watch it. But really, it is amazing to me, and I'm very proud of them because they become such respected members of the team quickly if they apply themselves, and our group has. So I can't give any better endorsement than that. They're wanting them to hurry up and graduate, basically, in the plant. So very proud of them. If you have any questions about that, please contact us. And John Cannell from Kronosvat.
Thank you.
Hey, John.
Hi, I'm John Cannell. I'm at Kronospan, the HR director. I've been there since the very beginning when this was a pasture. Would never have believed we would have grown as fast as we did. This is the original site here, and we thought that was a big old plant. We had 115 people, and we thought we were something. Since 2016, everything else has sprouted from the ground out there. We've gone from 115 to over 400 people. We're still looking for more. So, you know, mamas and daddies, we need your sons and daughters. This program, the FAME program, is very much like the European model of the apprenticeship programs that we're a European company. So our owner and the folks in Europe are very familiar. And when I was telling them about the 3 young guys that we had in our program and how good they were doing, and he stopped me right away. John, you need 20. You don't need 3, you need 20. So I think we're probably, Lisa, the most active in the program now with 8. I don't know, Scott has got me beat. Tied with Scott at Honda. Well, we're going to take care of that this year. We're gonna surpass Honda, but we'll be looking for a minimum of 5 students in the next cohort. If we can get more, then we will. this has been a great program, not only for our students, but for Kronospan as well. We've learned a lot. Things that we offer, and then I'll be quiet. Things that we offer, not only state-of-the-art automation, and all of our equipment is state-of-the-art, but we also offer a classroom training. And I think, Logan, you guys have started in hydraulics training just recently in a classroom environment. So we have both. Again, I'm a father, and if my sons go somewhere, I want them to be taken care of, and we want to take care of our guys and make sure they're treated well, make sure that they're safe, and as a parent, I think that's very important. So I guess I'm recruiting mamas and daddies as well as students to Kronospan. So, all right, so who's next? Nope, wrong way. M&H, Miss Judy.
Hello, I'm Judy Harrison from M&H Valve. I'm the Director of Human Resources. We're really proud to be part of FAME. This is the first year that we've had a cohort, and we've had 2 students, and we're real proud of our students. They've come in, they've done a great job. They've pitched in and done all kinds of things, and John Brushaber is going to share a little bit about that in just a moment. But M&H Valve is in West Anniston. We're a division of the McWane Company. We've manufactured valves and hydrants. We have a sister plant in town that is considering adding on as well. We're being recruited, and that's Tyler Union. And they're a pipe and valve company, fittings company. All the McWane companies are involved in the water infrastructure system within the U.S. We contribute to the safety of the water that goes through the pipes, so that we can ensure that everyone stays in good condition, and we protect the security and safety of the system. We believe in growing our own and maintenance in other areas. It's a great way to do that with the FAME program. Students get to learn our way. They know the business when they graduate. They know if they want to stay with us, and we know if we want to keep them. It's a great way to get experience. I know, being in human resources as long as I have, I look at resumes all the time, and you see students graduating that have never worked anything other than the typical jobs you would get in high school or college. These students have the opportunity to have hands-on experience, and that is worth so much, and it will carry them a long way. This is John Brushaber as our facility maintenance manager.
Hi, how y'all doing? I'm John. I'm the maintenance manager, facilities manager at M&H and Tyler Union, and so we have a lot of responsibility. But this program here is I can't brag enough on hitting the ground running. The guys just come in, and the 2 students that we have this year have just came in and just meshed wonderfully with our maintenance group. They can learn the trade, they can get paid for it, and the skill sets that they learn here, they can take anywhere across the world. If you go across California, the skill sets you learn in this program, you can take with you. And that's what's so good about the program. And the 2 guys that we have, we probably going to extend offers when they graduate. We're real excited for that. We want to do it again next year, and we're also going to try to get Tyler Union involved in this program too. So this is a win-win for us, and we're very excited to help foster this movement. It's really good. Parents out there that are watching on Facebook Live, you need to be beating down the door to get your kids in this program. The skill sets that you learn, we're lacking in America, and you can go anywhere and get a job once you finish. That's all I got. Ooh, wrong way. Ooh, there we go. Thank you.
Okay, now I am Malia with Prince Metal Stampings. And get used to me because you're going to see me a couple more times. So Prince Metal Stampings was established in 2004. A little over 350 employees. They are located in Etowah County in the Gadsden area. They have been there, and they are a supplier to the automotive industry. You obviously see Mercedes, General Motors, Volkswagen, Nissan, Toyota, BMW, Honda Manufacturing. I'm sure they're wanting to work with you guys and probably working on some contracts and would love to have that relationship. But they do metal stamping and assemblies. So again, I'm going to turn back to our friend Andy and the word best. So when I looked up some information about Prince Metal, I knew that Malia would not be able to be here tonight. She was in Dallas, Texas. They are a full-service supplier, the aftermarket in the automotive industry. Provide best-in-class products. That was one thing that was really important to the folks at Prince Metal Stampings, is provide best-in-class products. Well, to provide best-in-class products, you have to have best-in-class people. And that's what FAME does, is help to produce those best-in-class employees. So I know Prince Metal is a fantastic place to work, and they would love to have students. They currently have 2 students. Any of y'all here tonight? With masks on, it's really hard to put a name and a face together. And they are looking to take 2 more in the new cohort that would start in August of 2021. So now I am going to transition and I'm checking to see, I am now Jeff Wargo with Resolute Forest Products, Blaze. Don't laugh. So you heard from Blaze Adams earlier in the video. Blaze gave a great overview of Resolute. That was a video that was produced, and we're going to do one for every company so that we can help share that message of who those employers are that are part of the FAME program. So I probably don't need to say a whole lot about Resolute. You've already seen the inside of the plant. They are a large employer. They are located in Childersburg or the Coosa Pines area, and we help to try to match the employer with a student based on where that student is from. We can't guarantee every single time, but we certainly, as employers, want to be sure to set those students up for success and hopefully have them in the same area. And so last but not least is Tapecraft. They are located in Oxford, right off of Interstate 20. Been around for a long time, since 1946. Have over 180 employees. They make narrow webbing for a lot of different products. So if you see a rucksack or a backpack, seat belts, they make that narrow webbing that are in a lot of products that we use every day. So one thing I want to say before I close is the whole way that FAME started in East Alabama was a meeting of the automotive and manufacturing industry sector. We sat down with manufacturers and heard from them as to what they needed. And what they needed was industrial automation professionals, over and over again. And so there is great growth, great potential, not just today or tomorrow, but for years into the future. Because we can have robots, but what we need is people to make sure that they work every day. So now I'm going to turn it back over to Andy. Thank you, sir.
So I'd like to personally thank all our industry partners that took time out of their night to come tonight and to speak to you. As you see, this is an industry-led, industry-driven program. That's one thing that sets us apart. That's why we have industry here to talk to you tonight. They share their stories. You see the way things are working with our students. You hopefully have seen some students here. We will introduce them in just a minute, but I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about the application requirements and what you need to do if you're interested in FAME, if you want to apply to FAME and try to get into our program. So if you want to do that, the first thing you have to do is apply to be a Gadsden State student. And I think behind me you should see the website. It's just www.gadsdenstate.edu. Apply for admission. Once you've completed that, then you go to our FAME website. So it's gadsdenstate.edu/FAME. You apply there. There's a application that you fill out. It has some questions you answer. You fill that out, and then at the end of it, it tells you email me a 300 to 500 word essay. And I stress to the students, and I want to stress to everybody listening, this 300 to 500 word essay will be looked at by me or my industry partners. None of us, they're probably much better English people than me, but none of us are English instructors, so we're not looking to ding you if comma's not there, punctuation. It needs to be readable. It needs to be where we can understand it. It needs to be sincere, because that's what we want you to write an essay and tell us about your goals and how you think FAME and Gadsden State can help you succeed and achieve your goals. That's the biggest thing we're about. We want to help you succeed. Our industry partners want you to succeed. That's everything that we're looking for. One of the main thing we're looking for here at Gadsden State. We want to create successful students, which become successful parts of our community, and it just leads to great and better things. Got off track a little bit, sorry. So with that, we also will have to have official copies of your high school transcript. That can come after you have applied, because it's hard to give me an official copy of your high school transcript if you're still in high school, and I want it while you're still in high school, so that's fine. We have time once you graduate, before you start school in the fall, to get an official copy. But we will need that. If you'll email or if you'll fill out your application, I can then work with your high school counselors and get an unofficial copy of your transcript to see what we need to see. And the whole point for that is we're either going to need ACT scores or look at your grades in some of your classes. So with this FAME program, you've heard us talk about global best, and that's what we're looking for. So to be able to qualify for this program, you're going to need to have a 2.5 GPA. You're going to need to make sure you can come in and start in English 101 and Math 100. So that's why we need to see your transcripts and either see an ACT score. But I will tell you, if maybe you've struggled in math or maybe English wasn't your best subject, that was me. English was not my best subject. I had to work very hard at it. That's okay. You can still come do all this, and if for some reason you still don't, like I said, have the ACT score or have the placement criteria that we need, Gadsden State looks at these things that you did in high school, you still have the opportunity to take a placement test. So you still have plenty of options to come potentially place into this curriculum. But that's why we have these standards, because we feel, or FAME as a whole feels worldwide or nationwide feels that this helps separate the students from just anybody that walks in. So we want to help make sure, because like everybody says, with these industry partners that are getting global best or global products, and they want to be just the best products, we want to have the global best people that we're sending and working at these companies to help them to continue to get best products that are being produced. So the application deadline and contact. So as of right now, our application deadline is March 31st. So that means you need to have your essay submitted, Gadsden State application completed, Gadsden State FAME application completed. The FAME application, if you go onto the website, can be done in 5 or 6 minutes. It's very simple. Gadsden State application should be pretty simple. If you run into any questions or problems, that's why my contact information is up here. So you can contact me, you can email me, you can call me. I can help you with the application process, whether it be the Gadsden State or whether it be through the FAME application process. Please, if you have any questions or issues, don't hesitate to contact me. That's why I'm here, to make sure we get things done and you have an opportunity to be a part of this great curriculum and great program. Last thing I want to touch on quickly is on the selection. So if you once you do get everything submitted and we get down to selecting, we have about 20 to 24 slots that we're recruiting for and hiring for to begin fall of 2021. So we have 20 or 24 positions available. So if you're selected and get everything in, then we need to get down to how we're going to select the 20 or 24. So the way we do that, you have a face-to-face interview with the companies in a panel. So the companies that are hiring you will come in, you'll interview in front of them. Once this is done, they're going to grade you. So basically you're going to kind of get like you would, I know Blaze alluded to it in his video, where you're kind of selected like an MLB or NFL draft. They're going to grade you. Maybe M&H Valve has selection number 1. M&H Valve gets to pick their number 1 pick. They get to pick who they want. It's going to kind of go like that, like a draft, so you're actually picked. I want to stress this essay. So we've talked about this essay. It's not, I don't think, listed here, but the whole point for the essay, if it comes down to 2 candidates and we have 1 position left, the essay is the tiebreaker. That's the whole point for the essay. So they'll read your essay and determine then who is the candidate they feel like they want. So that's why I stress it's extremely important for you to be sincere and tell us what your career goals are and how you think Gaston State and Fame can help achieve that. So that's the other thing I want to stress. So some employers will allow you to start work. So if you are of 18 by June 1st, you can begin work. So you can actually go to work this summer, start working in your industry, learning what you're doing before you come to school. So again, it's a great opportunity. You started making money before you ever come to school. So it's, again, tremendous. Classes start for us August 18th, 2021. So you can go to work in June, work June to August, make some money, come to school. You've already started then getting acclimated to your work environment, what it's like to go to work every day. And then you can come to class, and then we'll begin our class, our Earn As You Learn curriculum, as we call it, because then you'll start earning and you'll start learning all at the same time. So, again, I have my contact information, email, phone number, and also Lisa Morales if she have any questions for industry or industry questions. Her email and phone number is here also. You can contact her. But I think now, before we take any questions, I want all the FAME students to be able to introduce themselves. You can hear their personal safety commitment, and you can also hear what company they work for. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over and let every FAME student come up and introduce herself. And then at that point, if you have questions also in here or Facebook Live, if you have a way to send us a question, myself, industry is here, and or the FAME students are here. We'll be glad to answer any questions you may have. Okay, so we'll just start here with Blaze Adams, and we'll just go down the road. You're welcome.
Can't tell by now.
Come over here. All right here. All right here.
I'm Blaze Adams. My personal safety commitment is always for my FR when I'm working on equipment, and I'm from Resolute Forest Products.
My name is Cameron McElroy. My personal safety commitment is to always wear the proper eye protection for the job, and I work at Honda Manufacturing of Alabama.
My name is Jaden Nunn. My personal safety commitment is to always be aware of machines that you work with, and I work at Chronospan.
My name is Savannah Garrett, and my personal safety commitment is to always wear my safety glasses while working on the floor, and I work for General Dynamics.
My name is Landon Ray. My personal safety commitment is always check PPE before the job, and I work for Honda Manufacturing.
Hello, everyone. My name is Noah White. My personal safety commitment is to always follow the proper lockout tagout procedures, and I work at Chronospan.
Hello, everyone. My name is David Houston. My personal safety commitment is always be aware of those around me, and I work at M&H Valves.
My name is Logan Taylor. My personal safety commitment is to always wear your earplugs in the plant, and I work at Chronospan.
Sorry about that. How are y'all doing today? It's a great way to start it off. My name is Garrett Willman. My personal safety commitment is to always be aware of your surroundings, and I work at Chronospan.
Good afternoon. My name is Joe Bedallos. My personal safety commitment is to always be aware of my surroundings, and I work at Resolute Forestry Products.
My name is Eric Anderson. My personal safety commitment is to always use the proper lockout tagout procedures. I work at Honda Manufacturing of Alabama.
My name is Bailey Henry. My personal safety commitment is to always wear my safety glasses, and I work at General Dynamics Ordnance Tactical Systems.
My name is Wesley Thornton, and my personal safety commitment is to always use the proper tool for the job, and I work at Bridgewater Interiors and Colorcraft in Gadsden.
I'm last, but I'm certainly not least. My name is Eli Gravitt. My personal safety commitment is to always be around the machines that I work with, and I work at Honda Manufacturing of Alabama.
So, and as you see, you hear a lot of laughing and cutting up because, look, school's important, school's serious, but you also get to laugh and cut up and have a good time. If everybody was miserable, this wouldn't be a great place to be. And that's one of the many things that makes Gadsden State part of what it is. We're able to have a good relationship with our students, good relationship with industry, good relationship with the community. It's just a great place. And I know I'm obviously biased, obviously, but it's just a great place to be, and we're able to do these things. So at this point now, I think the last thing we have is any questions. So if anybody here has any questions, industry, I know y'all are here. If y'all have any questions, maybe for something for us or anything you'd like to ask or add or anything, anyone, please feel free. Good. We did such a great job. Nobody has questions. I like it when we do that. That's always a good thing. That's right. So I would say if you have any questions that come to you later at another time, please, I'm going to back it up just a little. Please email myself or you can call me, and I'll be glad to answer any questions. I know Lisa's the same way. If you have any questions, you could email or call her. We'd love to answer any questions you may have. I just like to say again, I know a lot of industry echoed it, so hopefully there's some mom and dads that are watching this. Moms and dads, this is not the same industry you've seen for years or when you were growing up. It's not where you don't have to have any technical knowledge or you work hard or you're dirty or nasty all the time. There'll be days when these kids will come in dirty and nasty, but the good thing about it, it'll all wash off with soap and water. And they've learned something great that day. But there'll be days they'll come in, you'll ask them, have they been to work? Because it works that way, kind of like Scott and several others alluded to. It's not just in your toolbox anymore. You're on a toolbox. You may be moving a robot, helping change or modify the program or recover something with a robot, doing something with PLCs, which is right there with a computer or laptop. So there's a lot of things that you do, and it's extremely high-tech now. They don't just get somebody off the street to come do these jobs. These guys and girls are getting trained for. So it's a tremendous opportunity. Again, they can earn a great wage, so I'd recommend, I've got kids that are growing up, and my kids will be doing something like this probably when they grow up too, because it's that great of a place and that great of an opportunity. So if you do have any questions come up, please let us know. We'll be glad to do that. The people that are here now, we wanted to kind of show off our AMs. You're in our new FAME building. We have equipment that we have had to purchase as part of this FAME equipment, because FAME curriculum, because it's a new curriculum where we needed new equipment. So I don't care to tell you guys here and everybody watching, we've already spent $1.5 million on equipment. Let me tell you that again, $1.5 million on equipment here at school. Another $300,000 worth of equipment coming, so we'll end up spending $1.8 million roughly on equipment just in this building, just for this curriculum. That's what I'm telling you. This is not the old curriculum. You don't go spend $1.8 million on wrenches. You got a lot of wrenches in. We're here working with high-tech things. And I'll allude to Eastman. I'll not pick on, but call them out. You heard them say they're making high-tech things. They're not just out making something simple anymore. Obviously, Honda, nothing simple with a car. Bridgewater with the seats. Everybody, the seat's not like it used to be. You don't just slide up and back anymore. It's all heated and air conditioned. And I mean, good night. I know Kelvin could give us a lesson on seats, but it's not just simple things anymore. M&H valve, I guarantee you all have some automated valves. You don't just go out there and turn valves anymore. So I'm trying to make sure I didn't leave any industry partners off that are here, but. Oh, Kronos, I see. That's what I was looking. I'm like, I know I'm gonna miss somebody. Mr. O'Connell obviously told you that they have a lot of automation there. I know from talking with Antonio and several others there, they're huge on PLCs and automation. So that's what I'm saying. It's just a great opportunity and a great curriculum. We'd love to have some of you come down and apply and be a part of our 2021 class. So, but again, the ones that are here, the students are going to take you and let you go to the lab so you can see some of this equipment that we've bought. And if you still have any questions, please feel free to hang around and we'll be here to answer any questions. If you want to catch the students while you've got them and let them answer any questions, please feel free to do that. That's what they're here for, to show you and answer anything for you. And I hadn't paid them too much, so they're probably going to be pretty honest with you, to be honest with you. I hadn't bought them off, so they're going to tell you like it is. So, again, thank all of y'all for attending. We greatly appreciate it. We will have another information session February the 18th. So if anybody happens to be watching live and you're like, hey, I'd like to come see this in person, February the 18th at 6 p.m., we'll have another information session here. So same place, do it all again, and just go over everything again. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.